What's up, everyone? Welcome to my show. Yeah, went to the comic book store a couple days ago. Actually, I've been kind of busy though, so I haven't been able to make a video. But yeah, went to the comic book store. Bought a lot of stuff. Well, a lot of comic book supplies, really, more than anything else. Because it's a long thing I might get into. But before I get into my comic book exploits, I did pick something up yesterday at the store, which I found one. Apparently they are hard to find, or they go quick. And I guess I'm kind of getting into these a little bit now, which is just sad. Like I said, I'm a weird collector. I bounce around all over the place. I never focus on one thing, and then when I do focus on one thing, I go hardcore into it. But then just as I'm like, I jump to something else. But I got this. This is the 30th anniversary Amiibo Super Mario. There he is in all his pixelated glory. You can kind of see him without the, well, the glare's a little bad, but it's a pretty cool box. It's got the stuff there, and I found this at Target, and one of the reasons why I think I found this, because it was the only one there, is the box is pretty damaged. It's got it's got like a tear up here, like it's opening. The whole back is bent, like somebody bent it. It goes pretty much, you can see it. But I don't really care, because I was going to open this guy anyway. Eventually, I get a house, I get a display case, everything, probably know by now, everything's always if I get this, if I get that. But he was pretty cool. He's actually one of the ones when I saw it, I was like, I really want that. I was like, that just suits me. So I did find him. I was lucky. What was it? Yeah, the Amiibos. A couple videos ago, I bought a Bowser and a Sonic. I'm not going crazy. I'm not buying them all. I'm not really that hardcore into them. But they're cool. I'm not buying them. I had people in my job like, why you don't put that in the game? I'm like, no. I do buy them because the way I consider them, they're cheap little statues. That's what I call them, like cheap little statues. I don't buy them for the game, but if I do get a game that uses that down the line, I have it already. So there's that. Now, like I said, I went to the comic book store. I bought a few things, which is interesting. I still had my bin there, even though I stopped them from adding stuff to it, because I had told them, I was like, I'm going to come back and get the rest of the stuff in the bin, because it was just way too much when I went the last time. And I was like, I'll come back, I'll get it, I'll give you my word, I'll be back for it, because, I don't know, I guess they figured I wasn't going to come back. But they did stop putting stuff in my bin, which was cool, so they didn't, just like, hey. But, sorry, Gizmo and Seamus are being Gizmo and Seamus. But I went there, and like I said, I had kept Mortal Kombat originally, so they did put up to a couple. I'll show you. I got number 9. Show you what I got in my bin. There's number 9, and then number 10 was the last one they put in there. So that I had canceled, and what kind of pisses me off a little bit, but I can't be too mad, because it's well. Let me get into the other things, and I'll show you what I had to do here. This is the rest of the stuff that was in my bin. There wasn't, like I said, wasn't much. I got Amazing Spider-Man New Year Vows number 3. This is the regular edition, which I did show the variant one a while ago, I think, with the Mary Jane thing, symbiote. Gizmo! Yeah, he's being bad. Got number 4. It's another one that was in my bin. Because I told them when I had gotten my bin, they're like, oh, what kind of pull list do you want? I was like, anything, Spider-Man really is what I go for. So they did. They put everything Spider-Man related in there. Number 5, which I originally wasn't going to get these Renew Your Vow things, but then when I got the first one, I was like, it's actually pretty good. So there was that, and also this, I don't know why they put it in my bin, but I actually wanted it anyway, so we're kind of cool. Howard the Duck number 1. This is the old series. I think a new series is coming out. See, but that sometimes they do that where it's like, I guess that maybe they think you want that, or they're just trying to get the sales on it. Because I've seen them do that a lot with my bin. Like I had a couple Star Wars things in there that I wasn't really a fan of. I'm like, I'm not really a Star Wars guy. I know, right? And they're like, oh, okay, and I feel bad because sometimes they say, oh, it was a mistake, it's supposed to go in somebody else's bin. I don't want to take somebody else's books, so a lot of times I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna take that unless it's something really cool. I'm like, all right. But now, this is the thing that got me. The Amazing Spider-Man, before I I guess, well, actually, no, it probably was. I guess I really can't complain. Um, they had told me, like, the Amazing Spider-Man was done. Like, when I got issue number 17, like, yeah, it's done. You know, there's no more Amazing Spider-Mans. You know, what else do you want on your pull list? I'm like, all right, well, you know, keep my Mortal Kombat and keep, you know, this or whatever. And they're like, okay. So, the thing that sucks is when I went there, I wanted to put stuff onto reinstate my bin. I was like, you know, can I reopen the bin? They're like, oh, yeah, no problem. You know, what do you want to get? I was like, I don't want to get the Mortal Kombat X anymore, or Mortal Kombat 10, whatever you want to call it. I was like, I'm just going to leave that to the side. I was like, because I got to kind of pick and choose. I'm on a really small budget now, especially after all the stuff I've been doing. Uh, so I said, I was like, I really, you know, want to get I kind of want to get the new Howard the Duck. So I kind of swapped Mortal Kombat for Howard the Duck. I'm like, yeah, what the hell, I'll give it a whirl. Um, so I put that down. I put down Spidey, I think it's called. And he's like, oh, you know, Amazing Spider-Man Volume 4 is coming out. I'm like, oh, it is. He's like, yeah. He's like, well, we already have you down for that. I'm like, oh, all right, cool, you know. And then I was walking around, and I was looking on my phone just to check something, because I was looking at this thing, and I found this. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm looking at it, I'm like, what the hell is that? They had it in their, well, not their back issues, but like their back issues of their new releases, I guess. I don't know how I explain it, because basically what it is when you go into the store, they have like this kind of like a magazine rack that has two sides, like right in the middle of the store, and that has all their new releases going across, and you know, it's got Marvel on one side, DC on the other, and then like in between they have like the variant, not the variants, the other companies, and then like across from that they have another set of magazine racks that are connected, that are like earlier back issues, not early back issues, earlier new releases, I guess. You know, it's like, so if you had number 19 just come out, they'd have number 18 and 17 on that back thing before they put it into the bins. But I had seen this and I looked it up on my phone. I'm like, wait a minute. I was like, oh, son of a bitch. Apparently, Amazing Spider-Man Volume 3 did not stop at number 17. It went on. And I was like, you know, what happened? I was like, how come that wasn't my bin? They're like, oh, well, you had canceled, you know. I'm like, ah, yes. So, actually, no, the one guy said, he's like, we did have it in the bin. One of these, he's like, we did have it in the bin, but, you know, you canceled your bin and we didn't think you were coming back, so we sold a lot of the stuff off your bin. I'm like, really? So they felt kind of bad, so they did give me kind of a discount on some things. But I found this. This is number 18 for Amazing Spider-Man Volume 3. So it was $3.99, but I think he gave it to me for $3, so I saved 99 cents. And then I had found, this is the only one they had. This was a variant cover, I believe, of 20.1, which technically is number 20. I was looking it up, like I said, online. And I absolutely hate when they do the point .1 crap. It's so friggin' annoying. It's like Marvel doesn't know how to count. They're like, oh, well, it's like a bonus issue. But basically, the 20.1 is number 20. And then there was a 19.1, which is basically number 19. So technically, Amazing Spider-Man goes to 20. So I was like, you know, and of course they didn't have 19, so I'm like, all right, I'm gonna have to find 19, which I did. I found it on Midtown Comics, so I actually ordered it because I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna not have a complete run of that. So, like I said, there's number 20, 20.1 variant. So I finished that. I'm like, okay, you know, I found the other one. I'm gonna, you know, cool. And like I said, they gave me a discount on both of these, so I paid $3 instead of $4. So I saved basically $1. And then because I reinstated my bin, they gave me a little more of a discount, a little bit more of a discount. Because I bought tons of crap. Well, not crap, but I'll show you. I got some back issues. These were normally $4 a piece, but they gave them to me for $2 a piece, so that was kind of cool. And this basically fills in a lot of my run. I've been going after the X-Men a lot lately. So I got X-Men number 26. Pretty damn good shape. It was, like I said, it was $4 from Comics, so you might want to know I go to Ultimate Comics. There you go. We'll throw it out there. Number 26, got it for $2. Number 28, which sucks because I originally had this book back in the day. I got it when it came out, and I remember like a couple years later, the cover ripped off. I don't know what happened to it. You know, it got damaged. Then it got like all nasty looking. Then it started to get almost. It looked like it was getting mildew, but I couldn't really tell. And then I lost the book altogether. So replacement issue. I got number 32. Sorry for the glare. I have to turn the light on because it's raining here, so you won't be able to see much of anything. Let's put that over there. I got number 31. What did I do number 32 first? Oh yeah. Well, look at that order. There we go. 31. And last but not least, I got this actually cheaper than $2. I got this for $1, because it didn't have a bag or a border. It was just kind of thrown into the bin. Number 34. So not bad. Pretty good shape. And like I said, I bought a lot of stuff. Well, mostly supplies, because I was only thing up in my cave, like I said, it's just basic of my comics are up there. I got my video game systems. I packed all my video games except for my Xbox One stuff. Everything else has been packed. Everything is done. Like there's nothing left in the room except for the bookshelves, the couch. I think I have. What else do I have? I have a lot of bags and stuff like that. You know, not bags like actually like shopping bags, for stuff. And a couple of containers that are filled with stuff. So that's about it. So I was looking. I was like, I have like one box I have one comic box that doesn't have a lid. It's shot. Like it's pretty crappy box there, and I keep that as sorry, I'm starting to lose my voice. I keep that as like a new release kind of box. Like whenever I get something like a comic in, and I didn't get a chance to read it yet, or I did read it and didn't get a chance to put it away, I throw it in that box. So I remember to go and put it away. So that box is pretty full with stuff from a while ago, and I'm like, I gotta get to this. I can't just I don't want to just leave it here. I want to get it. And as I destroyed, when to organize, it's always funny whenever you go to organize stuff. You always find out you have more when you organize than what you had. It seems like what you had originally. So I'm going through all the boxes and I'm like, Jesus. I was like, wow, this is all in the wrong spot. Like, because before I had learned about that comic price guide thing, I had a lot of issues in the wrong volume. Like what I did was, which I probably meant to make a video show you what I did originally. Well, hey, what I had is I made so let's use Wolverine as an example. I had Wolverine miniseries, a divider, and then I'd had Wolverine volume, but I didn't put a volume. Then I had I'd go a certain thing and I had volume, with a blank number, and then Wolverine with a blank number. So I was like, all right, when I have it all fixed, I'll write in the volume, no big deal. Never got around to it, and a lot of the things, like I said, I couldn't figure out where certain volumes ended, where certain volumes started. So that comic price guide thing really, really helped. And when I looked through it, I was going through Wolverine, like I said, as a good example. I'm like, crap, all this stuff is in the wrong spot. So when I started redoing Wolverine, I'm like, Jesus, I'm completely out of room. So I have all my boxes. Like I said, I had 17 short boxes and I had 6 long boxes, and everything was just when I really looked at it, I was like, it's all messed up, and I'm like, oh man. So considering the fact I have everything packed pretty much, and I just got to get moved, I was like, you know what? Let me rework this stuff. And as I was going through, Seamus, his approval. As I was going through stuff, I noticed, I definitely needed new bags and boards. I needed a whole bunch of different things. I needed more boxes. So when I went to the comic book store, I bought a whole bunch of short boxes because I wasn't really gonna mess around with the long boxes anymore. I'm getting old and I don't want to lift all that stuff. It's annoying to lift, a couple short boxes, but in the long run. So I bought a couple of those, and I bought a hell of a lot of Silver Age bags and boards. I must have bought, at least 4 or 5 boards packages and 4 or 5 packages of bags. So I was like, you know what, if I'm gonna do it, might as well do it right. Which I don't even know if that's gonna really suffice, but we'll see how it goes. But I know that's gonna take me a long time to fix. I've only fixed half of Wolverine, and I've been going through, like I said, I'm going through the boxes, and a lot of the bags are just horrible. Like the bags on the boards are just really, really bad. And it's funny because when I was going through, I was watching videos everybody's making about the differences between, the poly bags and the Mylar, and I'm like, I'm not getting into that. Me personally, because I know, how come we didn't just buy Mylar for them? Me personally, Mylar is amazing. It really is. It looks, it makes the book look a little better. It is a lot sturdier. It is, a little more durable. It lasts longer. But for me, everyone says, the Like Mylar is, it is expensive, it is, but in the long run, you do save money in a way because you're not constantly buying, bags and boards. But then again, you don't have to constantly buy bags and boards. Like you don't have to go out and buy. They claim you're supposed to change the bags and boards every 5 years. So the way I look at it, you got 5 years if you really want. I mean, but most of the stuff I've had in my boxes have been in there for like 20 years, and they've gotten bad. Because they weren't always in the dark. They were always kind of, out and about. Like I've had, like when I was a kid, my room had tons of light, so it was always going in there. I didn't always have boxes, so they always got exposed. So there's a lot of factors. Sometimes you get lucky. Me, like I said, it's been Jesus. I can't remember the last time I changed some of those bags. But me, usually like Mylar, I just put Mylar on my expensive books, or the ones that I really love the most, like Amazing Spider-Man 300. And then there's my Chrome. Those are the ones I keep in Mylar. Like I'll buy Mylar just for certain ones, like my Juggernaut one. I want to get some Mylar for. So there's that. That's how I look at it. I'm like, doesn't really matter. Like you do what you want. Like you got to save what you want to save. You want to do what you want to do. It's your collection. Do what you want. Me personally, like I said, I just stick my valuable ones in Mylar, and the rest of them I just keep them in the bags. And I change them when I feel like they need to be changed. I don't have a time limit. Once they get nasty looking, that's when I change them. Like I said, one of my Wolverines, I probably should have just kept it to show, but like not the book itself, but the bag and board were just like disturbing. Like the bag was like really, really dark and nasty looking, and the board was like yellowish, and I'm just like, wow, like yellow brown. It was really bad. I was like, wow. I was like, that got bad fast, I guess. Well, not fast. It's been a while. I think it was like Wolverine number 17 or something like that. And I'm like, yeah, that's when I decided, when I decided to do redo my comics. I'm like, I have to get rid of these bags and get them all, back to, neat looking. So there was that. So that was a lot of fun. Like I said, I'm nowhere near done. Like I'm still in Wolverine. I still have tons and tons of boxes. But now I have a lot of empty boxes, so I can actually really sort them. And now that I know about the comic price guide thing, I can really put them in the right spot, the right volumes, and actually label them a little better. Yeah. So it's gonna look a lot nicer when I get it all done. And like I said, it'll keep me busy, number one, because like I'm like, all right, I play my Xbox One, which is cool, but every now and then you're like, all right, how many games can I play, or how much TV can I actually watch besides going to work all the time? So that's what I did. I was like, what the hell, it's a project, but it's going to keep me busy. It'll definitely keep me busy up until the end of October, when we're supposed to go get a mortgage, hopefully. And if worse comes to worse, if I don't get it done by the time we move, which I'm sure I will, I can always just keep them in the boxes and work on it in my new home. Yay! Or wherever. But that will do it. Thank you for listening to me ramble. I've noticed I lost a lot of subscribers. Yes! Losing subscribers, yeah. I had 256, now I'm down to 249. Woo! Love losing subscribers. It's so much fun. But for everyone who's stuck around and who likes watching my stuff, thank you very much. I do appreciate it. It's cool that you stuck around. I'm glad you still like the things. Like I said, I don't know what I'm going to do with my channel yet. Still don't know. I haven't noticed. Don't know if I'm going to redo it or I'm going to just do a whole new channel. Don't really know. It's kind of up in the air still. I just know that now, like I looked it up, it was weird. Like I was typing in my channel, and there's actually a lokigoblin13, but it's space, like it's Loki space Goblin space 13, and I'm like, you got to be kidding me. So I guess I'm being copied. I don't know. Will you two stop? Sorry, they're. Oh, Seamus and Gizmo are a handful today. They are really testing my patience. Today's my one day off, and I've been just trying to sleep, and I can't sleep because the cat is on my head going meow meow meow. You got to get up, you feed him, then you go back to bed. Then the dog gets up because the dog wants to go out. So you got to get up and take the dog out. Then when you come in, the cat wants to play, and you don't want to play because you want to go back to bed. So when you go back to bed, the cat's pissed off you didn't play with him, so he comes out and goes meow meow meow. So it's, oh God. And then the dog gets upset because you're not playing with him. And it's like, it's 7 in the morning, leave me alone. But anyway, again, thank you all for watching. And remember, it's not the size of your cave that matters, it's what you have in it. Later, everybody.